Hey guys, Cam for 15, back at it with another video for you guys. I'm back with another episode review of My Home Hero. Well, My Home Hero, what the heck? Get that on my head. One Piece. My bad. Jeez Louise. I'm thinking about the episode review that I'm going to be doing after I do my One Piece review. Jeez Louise. But One Piece. Yes, second episode review of One Piece. Reason why I didn't do it yesterday night, I went to the Angels game last night. And of course they lost. Because, why? The team continues to disappoint me, like usually. But anyways, I digress. One Piece. Fine, solid episode. Pretty much it, nothing really much big to go over, but I guess the only big thing to go over is the fact that Luffy's still fighting back against Kaido. The CP, Zero, they're now getting aware of what has happened to them. So, yes, we pick up right where we last left off from last week with Zoro defeating King. King falls, he's falling off Onigashima. He apparently lost one wing too, and he's fallen straight to the mainland of Wano. So, even though he probably should be dead when he hits the ground, just like Queen, they're more than likely still going to be alive because there's superhumans, and plus they got Zoan abilities. So I think that would also kick in. Practically, Zoro he slashes to get back into the island of Onigashima, and then he just falls in this crater, and then he just pretty much passes out. And he's done. He's pretty much done. So he's did his job, pretty much. We do kind of get a diagram, like your typical One Piece diagram of like what's going on and things like that. Obviously, you have Luffy and Kaido fighting at the top of Onigashima. You have Yamato, who's going down to pretty much the basement area of Onigashima to beat the little fire creature that Kanjuro made from not setting a fire. From not setting, the bombs and everything at the lowest level to go off. In the meantime, you have Momonosuke pretty much trying to make flame clouds and trying to push Onigashima away so it doesn't fall on top of the flower capital. Because remember, if Kaido gets defeated by Luffy and Luffy defeats Kaido, well then clearly Kaido's flame clouds will dissipate and then Onigashima will literally fall. And if Onigashima falls, well then those bombs will blow up because, well, there will be just enough of an impact to let the bombs go off. And then pretty much everybody's dead, especially, well, not everybody's dead, but a lot of people will die. Probably even people on Onigashima would die due to the explosion. You just have to imagine that's the case, but who knows? So that's kind of the thing right then and there. Ussop, he pretty much runs up to the area to find Kinemon's upper half and everything. He does end up finding Kinemon's upper half, but Kinemon's telling him, "Don't worry about me. Go worry about saving Kiku," because obviously Kiku's bleeding out and everything. But then you have these Beast Pirate members start showing up. Ussop uses, I think it's one of his, I think it's the Green Star. It's the one where the skull shows up. I forgot what it was. But that really doesn't do much of anything. And not only are there are some gifters there, and things like that. They end up surrounding him. But, even though typically Usopp's the cowering character where, and I think even makes a mention in this episode, "Well, I'm gonna run, you guys somehow get out of here yourself." He stays and he fights, which is the opposite of what he did in Dressrosa to an extent. Where he just ran away, but then he went back and obviously saved everybody, but he continued to fight, and he pretty much he pretty much tells Kinemon and Kiku he doesn't understand their samurai ways of just accepting death pretty much when all hope is lost. And pretty much he's like, you guys should be wanting to fight for your lives so you can live on. This wouldn't be a raid if you guys just didn't live pretty much. So yeah, and then also, too, the Kinemon situation. I don't know if I've ever talked about this when it was brought up, but to be honest, I kind of do not like the fact that Kinemon is still alive. The fact that they said it, and they explained in the episode, because Usopp's like, wait, how are you still alive? And Kinemon's like, I think it has something to do with Law's ability or something like that, because Law cut him in half. And they explained it like, oh, you know, his lower half wasn't put on correctly to where it locked in place, I'm guessing. To be honest, I personally was never a fan of the fact that Kinemon was pretty much brought back to life here. I don't like in general, really, unless it's like ultimately earned, and it's a good reason to why said character comes back to life. I typically don't like it when manga authors do fake deaths. Like, I didn't like it when I read the manga. I didn't like it here still. I think it's stupid of the fact that you have Kinemon sacrifice himself to get Momonosuke away from Kaido, and Kaido literally impales Kinemon and literally has him impaled through the ground with his sword, and he should be dead. Like, I think that would have been a very tragic, emotional write-off to Kinemon's character. The fact that even till the end, he pretty much protected Momonosuke, even if it was at the cost of his own life. You know, I didn't like the fact, and I think it's kind of a BS excuse of like, okay, yeah, Law's ability, it must be something to do with Law's ability. It must have not been put on or screwed on right from my top half and my lower half. And I'm just like, dude, really? Come on, man. So that's kind of the thing there. But when it looks like more Beast Pirate members are ganging up on Ussop, and he's out of options, we have Izo come in, and pretty much he's just shooting them all up with his pistols. He takes off his like shirt, pretty much telling Ussop, hey, get Kiku and Kinemon out of here. Him and Kiku have a discussion saying like, listen, don't worry about it. As your brother, I'm going to protect you. You just get to safety and you get healed somewhere. So pretty much we have it to where Izo takes off like the top half of his shirt. On the back, he has the Kozuki clan logo on his back, and pretty much he just starts taking out the Beast Pirate members. We cut over to the CP Aegis Zero members who were going up against Drake and who were going up against Drake and Apu, who made a temporary alliance, try to take down the CP Zero members. And well, Drake gets finger pistoled, damn near knocked out. I don't know if he's dead, but he got knocked out, so that's kind of the thing. Apu sees that, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm not messing with CP0 by myself. So yeah, it seems like Apu, I think two of the numbers, and Drake, they did give those two CP0 members, I wouldn't say a run for their money, but they made him work. It seemed like they made him work to beat him, because the one masked guy with the top hat we've been seeing, and everything, he was breathing pretty hard. So I just take it that, you know, that at least they made him work to beat them. So that's kind of the thing right then and there. Now, one of the little observers in Kaido's crew pretty much relays information to the one room the CP0 members were staying in, and pretty much the person says, telling this other CP0 agent, like, yeah, King and Queen, they respectively lost the fights to those members of the Straw Hat Pirates. And that CP0 member was like, oh, fudge. They took out all the Topiropo and the two lead performers? Oh man, we are in some damn trouble right now. So yeah, pretty much he then gets his transponder snail, relays that information to the other two CP0 members that got finished up taking out Drake. And they are even shocked about this, because they're like, oh, if somehow the Straw Hats freaking get out of this situation, and they get alive in this situation, and they get back out to sea, well, then this is going to be reported on if they actually win this thing. And they pretty much go on to say, like, well, they still have two cards to play. There's still two emperors in this game, so until the emperors fall, right now there's really nothing that should change. But in any event that it does change, well then big things will be happening in this world because, well, you gotta look at it. If Luffy, Law, and Kid, they defeat Emperors and Kaido and Big Mom, well then that's just gonna change the trajectory of how the story / the world is going to go and how the news will react to it. Who frickin' knows? We cut over to Kid, Law, who's fighting Big Mom. Pretty much they're still having some trouble in their awakened form states, and pretty much Big Mom is like, well, this is a game of life or death, so I'm not letting you guys get out of here scot-free with your lives. You're gonna either die or I'm gonna be the one to die. And obviously Law and Kid are like, well, yeah, we agree. I'm guessing she's going into her full power state, I'm guessing, because she's got the flame hair and everything, so yeah, which that's pretty much the next big battle I think that they're gonna cut. The anime is gonna cover, and we're gonna see how, however, Law or Kid can defeat Big Mom, you know. And then we cut, and the episode ends off when we cut to the top of Onigashima, where we're having Luffy and Kaido still duking it out and everything. You get this one funny line where after Luffy's been trying attack after attack after attack, you know, Luffy does this new attack. Which I guess it's an improved version of Elephant Gun. It's now called Rock Gun. So I'm guessing when he says Gum Gum Rock something, that's when he's using Ryuo infused with his hockey, pretty much. I did find a funny scene where Kaido's like, stop, I hate when you keep saying Gum Gum. Stop saying that. And it's funny because when I saw the comment section on Crunchyroll for the episode, then there was a few people that made a mention about that. And then somebody said, Kaido, I hate, you know, the line he said was like, I hate when you keep saying gum gum something. And then he's like, me, I hate when you do his cry, the roro roro roro, you know. And then other people are like, well, geez, at least it's not like Big Mom, which, funny enough, my co-host, he does not like Big Mom's cry where she's like, Mama, Mama, or the wedding cake, you know, that whole thing, which, that shit, the wedding cake one did get freaking annoying after a while. I'm just like, oh God, can you just shut up and someone give this woman a wedding cake, damn it. So, yeah, Luffy hits Kaido with the rock gun, Gum Gum rock gun. They both pretty much fall on their backs because they're at the point where they're just getting exhausted because they had to been fighting for damn near hours now. The endurance on these characters, I don't understand. But they both end up getting up. Luffy ends up saying that he's having a lot of fun fighting, and Kaido just replies by saying he's having a lot of fun fighting too, and that's pretty much where the episode ends off. And yes, it seems like based on the next episode preview, it looks like Kaido's going to get drunk and he's going to be fighting. So I take it he's going to be doing, I guess, I believe it's the Master Roshi special, that he did against Goku in the World Martial Arts Tournament, which is the drunk, I guess, fighting thing. But the only thing is Kaido's legitimately going to get himself drunk. Now the question is, will Luffy get himself into trouble like Goku did against Master Roshi back in the World Martial Arts Tournament when he did that technique, stuff like that. So we'll see. We will see. But other than that, solid episode of One Piece. And that's pretty much it. But if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of One Piece, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more One Piece content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. So then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or night watching this video. Peace.